That assistant coach, Zach Smith, was fired in July. Now, Smith's former wife says she believes Meyer was aware of the violence against her and did nothing about it. The school deciding Wednesday to remove the popular and incredibly successful coach just weeks before the start of the college football season. One of the most storied programs in college football history sidelining its legendary head coach. On Wednesday, the Ohio State University placing Urban Meyer on paid administrative leave. This after text messages and photos surfaced, raising the possibility he knew about accusations of domestic violence against his former assistant coach Zach Smith 3 years ago and did not report them. NBC News has not verified those texts. Coaches are required to report knowledge of intimate violence under Title IX.
If Meyer did violate these contracts, then I think they'll have no other option but to dismiss him as head coach at Ohio State.
The story, reported by college football writer Brett McMurphy, offers evidence about police reports dating back to 2015 in Ohio and 2009 in Florida. Among that evidence, text messages from Zach Smith's ex-wife to the wife of Coach Urban Meyer that shows her bruised and bleeding and pleading for help. During a recent interview, Courtney Smith says she told Coach Meyer's wife, Shelly, about the abuse.
In 2015, I came forward with it. I told Shelly, I sent her some pictures. I spoke to her on the phone. She was going to have to tell Urban. I said, that's fine. You should tell Urban.
Did she ever come back to you and tell you that she did tell Urban?
She did not. She did not. She would reach out to me, ask me how I'm doing, tell me she was worried, that if I needed anything, she was there, asked me if I had gotten a protective order.
College football fans reacting to the news.
An issue like this kind of goes beyond sports. It's not just about football. It's about doing what's right.
Coach Meyer issued a statement through the university that reads in part, "I agree that being on leave during this inquiry will facilitate its completion. I eagerly look forward to the resolution of this matter." He also addressed the charges last week after the firing of the assistant coach.
I was never told about anything. Never anything came to light. I never had a conversation about it, so I know nothing about that.
All these people have all this information, yet Urban Meyer somehow doesn't know about this. I find that impossible to believe.
Smith's lawyer said in a statement, Zach Smith wants to be as transparent and honest as possible, but it is not going to be done today through the media. He went on to tell the Columbus Dispatch that even though he advised his client to be upfront about the domestic violence charges with his boss, he did not tell Coach Meyer. NBC News has reached out to all of the parties involved in these allegations, but did not hear back. The university did, however, release a statement saying it would not comment on the Smith situation, calling it a personnel matter. You can see the full interview with Courtney Smith on watchstadium.com. Hoda and Savannah.
All right, Joe. Thank you.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.